Get ready. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Start. I would like to ask the government why the government has not put the provisions of the Plantation Labor Act into operation. Only certain portions of this Plantation Labor Act are now put into operation. What is the objection on the part of the government to put this entire Plantation Labor Act, all its provisions, into operation? If this had been done, certainly some benefits would have been derived by the workers, which the government is withholding at present. Particularly, these 10 gardens owners take advantage of this. They not only exploit the laborers to the maximum extent, but also put so many other difficulties in the life of the workers, wage cut, etc. When I say they cut the wages of workers, they effect the cut in wages not by direct cut in wages, but they increase the workload, taking advantage of the position in which the workers are now placed. For example, a certain amount as basic pay is given to the workers, but a far higher amount of work is got from them than what they used to do before. Now they have become bound to do more work. The worker pluck more tea today than they used to do before. Up till very recently, one worker was asked to pluck buds from 250 plants. Now he is asked to pluck from 400 plants. That is how they increase the workload. In certain tea gardens, 60 to 70% workload has been increased. This is generally going on. Government do not take any measures to check that increase in workload. Instead of utilizing this fund, the profits can be controlled. The government should ask the plantation owners to give more amenities such as residential facilities, free education to their children, facilities to plant in fallow lands, etc. Fallow lands are available in certain gardens. These workers should be given the facility to cultivate tapioca and other food materials so that they may meet their daily necessities. The government should ask these plantation owners to increase the wages of the workers and also to increase the wages of those workers who are skilled workers. There is the factory labor inside plantations, and there are field workers, and there are so many other categories of labor. The government is not doing anything substantial for the workers. Sir, I find that something like 1.5 lakhs of rupees have been granted to the Kerala government for welfare work among the plantation labor. So far as our experience goes, we never have the opportunity to come across such activities organized on behalf of the government. I do not know whether there is any such activity anywhere. On the contrary, there are certain measures taken under the Preventive Detention Act to fight the workers and to pelt stones at the meetings of the workers, and also to employ police to lethargize the workers. That is the sort of the welfare activities they have been doing. But what we demand is that the government should see that the plantation owners are asked to pay higher wages to the workers and to improve their conditions of living. Now there are one-room tenements, but the workers want 3-room tenements, and they have not so far been provided with such facilities. I understand that the government have got some idea of having modern tenements in the estates, but so far nothing has been done. We suggest that a part of these profits should be utilized for giving educational facilities to the children of the estate laborers. Also, the wages of the workers should be increased, and all sorts of facilities should be provided to the estate laborers. That is what I have to say. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I welcome this bill, and I am very glad that the Honorable Minister has given the assurance that this increased cess will be utilized mainly for the improvement of the living conditions of the workers in these plantations. But I beg to submit, sir, that the price of tea is rising in the English markets, and I suggest that as good businessmen we should realize, and our government should realize, that if the price goes up beyond a certain limit, the consumption will go down. We should not adopt a narrow policy and allow the price to go up by leaps and bounds. Of course, it does not give some profit to the local planters and probably to our government directly or indirectly in the shape of income tax earned from these plantations. But as I said before, this is a short cited policy, the result will be that in the long run, if the price of tea goes beyond a certain limit, the consumer will not be able to adjust it within his family budget, and therefore the consumer will reduce his consumption of tea. There are other countries also which are taking up the production of tea, and we are finding every day new competitors in the tea trade.